Support for City Series boys football is provided by the Akron Public Schools Career Education Department at 330-761-3131 or apscareers.com.
Welcome here to George Auton Stadium. Dave Schick, Joe Bukansky here, bringing you again City Series action here on APS 15 as we're just about ready to kick off here as the ball is, well, not exactly up in the air, but it hits the turf and is returned at the 30-yard line. It'll be brought back to the 35-yard line, and the North Vikings will take over from there. They're playing today against the Garfield Rams from Kenmore-Garfield Rams, that both teams come in without any wins on that side of the column, but we will get one here tonight, we hope, we'll have a win coming through there shortly. And I can't hear myself now, Peter, but that's fine if you want. Is it, what is it, too low?
Uh-oh.
No, let's see.
It's the we're not even here game. I'll talk just in case you can hear me. And we'll just
is it that one, I wonder? The left output was negative 30 decibels.
Oh, there's a fumble on the play.
Fumble on the play.
Garfield football. So one play, fumble in the hands of the Garfield Rams. They'll take that. Kenmore-Garfield going to take over with great field position. First turnover of the ball game, which means I got to make a column on my stat sheet for turnovers.
Some technical difficulties. You might not be able to hear us. I assume you can hear us because Peter didn't come back.
We can just keep talking.
Yeah, you can pick us up.
Peter, throw your Seahawks hat down if you can't hear us. Yeah, that's not going to happen.
Wiggle the mic cord if you can hear us. All right, I'm holding it.
Shotgun formation for Garfield.
Whether he's wiggling it or not.
Let's just keep talking. It's just no one listens to us anyway. Anthony Wright, the quarterback, run along the left side. Good gain on first down. Zaire Saunders on the carry. Dude, don't take stats.
Okay.
I won't take stats.
Well, who's taking stats, me or you?
So this is up to you.
All right, I'll quit early.
You got to be at your best tomorrow. I could be tired.
I made the mistake of waking up to play basketball and then going play basketball that night.
Oh, 2-a-days. Who do you think you are?
Well, I wanted to do it because I went in the morning, and then, because adults have great attitudes and great sportsmanship, someone didn't like the call that they got in a pickup basketball game, and they picked up their stuff and they left.
Oh, that's mature.
So we went from 10 people down to 9, and we really didn't do much after that.
First down play for the Rams. They run left.
Looks like a gain of 2 on the carry.
Number 2 on the run.
Yeah. I was waiting for him to clear stuff, so that's Chael Johnson.
Yeah.
Johnson's in the backfield. Under center is going to be Anthony Wright, the senior, 6'2". He'll stand in the shotgun. One wide receiver at the bottom of your screen. Wright gets the ball, tossed left, again to Johnson. Johnson into the scrum. And although we didn't get any gain last time, it looks like we're going to get one here. So a gain of 6 on that carry.
Now you're in your form. Now you go.
I just
you bring a little trail mix there.
I did.
Nice.
So
looks a little smell like
yeah.
you need all your lunch today at school.
That's part of it too.
Hey,
I gotta bring this.
I do it all the time.
Yeah.
Sometimes I leave it there for the next day. Today, unfortunately, I don't, and I have to go in tomorrow.
Not sure the sandwich is gonna make it.
Yeah.
You
don't want that soggy or stiff bread.
Yeah.
Right on the keeper. They keep going left. They must have saw something.
Very nice gain there. He's going to get up to about the 5-yard line, so he takes off for a 15-yard run on the left side, and the left side of the line blocking well for him, as now he sets up 1st and goal.
And running left, and as has been tradition about the last 3 games here, a misty rain comes down and the temperature dropping here. Definitely a fall football night. All kinds of movement on the line this time. That's going to go, I believe, on the Rams.
Yeah, Rams moving there and dropping themselves back 5 yards.
So, Dave, both these teams, as we said, coming in winless. So, in a sense, their bowl game tonight, somebody going out in a disappointing season, somebody's going to be going out on a winning note. They're wasting no time getting to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that one incomplete.
Anthony Wright shows a strong arm. We've seen him in our previous telecasts. Inaccurate on that one. In the rain right now, just enough to make things a little bit slick. And with the cold, that can make throwing problematic.
Well, and the rain really just started probably about a half hour ago. So it hasn't really soaked into the field per se. Wright runs left again, where he's had success. He jumped for the end zone, but no official signal. It looks like he's about a yard short.
Thought it was in, no.
So he gained about 10 yards or 9 yards, let's say, because he's just short of the first down, but he's also about 2 yards short of the end zone.
And Kenmore-Garfield has ran left pretty much every play so far, and with success. See, they're going to stay with that tight trips formation, and that time he goes right up the middle. I think he got in.
Looking for the signal officially. The scrum looks like he's in, and there it is, 6 points up on the board as he runs in now with 8:38 here in the first quarter. They get their first touchdown off the first possession, a 2-yard run by Wright on the left side for a touchdown.
Yeah, they didn't bother throwing the football very much. Just one time that possession. Wright calls his own number. That time goes up the middle with the quarterback draw, and Kenmore-Garfield strikes early here off the turnover.
They are going to go for 2 here as Wright settles in. Again, looking to go right. Johnson, plenty of space, just has to get to the end, and he does. So Johnson gets in for a 2-point conversion, and they go up 8-0 here in the first quarter. City Series football right here on APS 15, supported by Akron Public Schools at akronschools.com. Akron Schools, the smart choice. Also, City Series football is supported right here on APS 15 by the Akron Public Schools Career Education Department, where students can choose from 30 different career education programs. For more information, go to apscareers.com.
Amazing week 10 already here in the high school football season. Plenty of implications and plenty of ball games. As we mentioned, this one tonight, kind of like a prelude to what we have that's coming up. This one, somebody's going to go out a winner in a winless season for both these squads. And then on our next telecast, all that's on the line there is a individual City Series regular season championship with the undefeated in-series play Bookdale Griffins host state-ranked East Dragons. Pretty intense playoff implications for both teams on the line in this one. A Saturday afternoon special, and it's supposed to rain all night. It could be a good one. It's
going to be entertaining because of the conditions and the talent of it. Yeah.
Well, and it's going to limit. We have a false start, so we can talk more. It's It's going to limit possibly a little bit of the offensive playbooks and the speed of both teams. So. And both teams known for their speed. So we'll see who handles the conditions and the weather best, as both teams trying to get that regular season title and win themselves a spot into the playoffs. For the Dragons, a very good chance to host a playoff game if they win in that next telecast.
Yeah, I think both teams looking to jockey position, but certainly taking the crown here in the City Series is where they're looking to go to. We're going to kick this one again from a little further back. We don't have quite the line view here from the press box as they move back. The first one very easy to find. This kick, again, hits the grass and wiggles and bobbles. And we might have a Almost an onside kick from 30 yards away, but finally is able to recover it as it looks like Cartel Lamb was able to jump on it, and the Vikings will take over from there for their second possession here in today's ballgame.
Yeah, that was an effective squib kick. When it bounces 6 to 7 times, you know there's not going to be much of a return, and they almost picked up their second fumble recovery in 4 minutes. Quarterback for North is number 5, Jason Johnson. He's the senior.
Johnson takes the snap, looks left, looks to go for the big play early, has a man there, but overthrows him incomplete. And he's going to give a little bit of his drama schedule as Saku Kamara had it right in his hands. He looked at his hands, like, what are you guys doing? Catch that ball.
Oh, he's like, I had it, man. He actually made a good play on the football, cut off the receiver's lane. It was overthrown a little bit. It did everything except secure it. Incomplete pass for the Vikes.
So it'll be 2nd and 10 now. They're starting from the 35-yard line off the kickoff. Johnson will be in the backfield. 4 wide receivers split out for him. High snap, bobbles it around, and by the time he collects everything in, Cale Johnson comes in and crushes him.
Johnson v. Johnson there, and the quarterback stood no chances. He's playing hot potato. Lucky he held on to the football.
I'm not sure it was Johnson. I think it might have been number 72, not number 2, John Varney.
Oh, and we've seen his pass rush skills in the past.
He moves so fast onto the quarterback. I thought he was just number 2, but he's actually 72.
Yeah, Varney looked like he was invited
to the
party, and he wasn't wasting his invitation.
Loss of 7 yards on the sack, so he'll take over now. 3rd and long. Airs it out again. This one a little short into good coverage. And the pass tipped away by Demir Kidd of the Rams.
Actually a pretty good ball and just really good defense by Kidd there as he kind of showed the athleticism to get up and knock that thing away. 3 and out for the Vikings.
Stevens with his first target in today's game.
Now punting situation now for the Vikings.
So they'll kick this one away. Tyler Gear, their kicker back. So a very stalling first possession, hard count. But who moved first? We won't decide here. We'll let the officials do it, but with almost no signal, they're moving forward as it was on the Rams.
Now it moves it 5 yards closer, but they're going to need to do that 3 more times to get a first down.
We're still punting, though. We're still going to punt.
You don't see many jump off sides on the.
A fake snap almost on the fake.
That's interesting.
High kick, gets it away. It's going to hit off their own player, and it comes right to him, so he picks it up. I think it went off a Viking player.
Very fortunate. That went off of Garfield. It went off his shin, but luckily it kind of stuck there.
Yeah, but I think it bounced off of Marquez Graves running down the field first.
Oh, then he can pick it up. He should have picked it up then.
So he picked that one up. And they'll take over.
At the 41-yard line, second possession for the Rams. Rams in there visiting white tonight. North Vikings in their home black with gold helmets. Kind of a two-toned helmet there.
High snap. Right lows to go down the sideline, completed, and fights his way for a 5-yard completion. That one going to number 5 on the catch is Demeen Martin.
Brought down by Kanye Lamb.
Slow to come off the Vikings. They're going to have too many on the field. The official wasn't where he was really supposed to be, so he doesn't see it. Supposed to be on the line to make sure they're off the field. He was not, but The run to the left doesn't go anywhere, so it's going to be a gain of nothing anyway.
Who ran that one?
I believe it is Saunders.
Oh, boy. The old flag in the backfield.
I think the other official might have seen that they didn't have everybody off.
That's a late flag.
I don't know.
Or really early for the third down play.
Maybe.
We won't know that.
All right, City Series football right here on APS 15, supported by... Nope, not our sponsor anymore. Not our sponsor. APS 50 is supported by Akron Public Schools for enrollment opportunities. AkronSchools.com. Akron Public Schools, the smart choice.
Sure.
Also, City Series football is supported by the Career Education Department, where over 95% of students have passed the Ohio Proficiency Test or the Ohio Graduation Test and earned a high school diploma. For more information, APScareers.com. It's a bit of a counseling session going out on the field. Not really sure what we're talking about, but they are talking to the quarterback right. And also
I
looks
think they
like
picked up the flag.
number 75, who I don't have either. I think he's 75. Yeah. All right. Good chat, guys. Let's finish this game up. We're only in the first quarter.
Okay. So it was 12 men on the field. Good eyes by you, Dave. Why is that 15-yard penalty?
I don't make the rules. I just follow them.
They're going quick.
At the line already because they already had the play there. Same play we saw before, the pass down there. This one a lot betterly done as he's going to go get a 13-yard gain with a flag down.
Yeah.
Martin, 13 yards on the pitch and catch, now 2 for 3 passing.
It was Evans that time.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
3 and 5 when they're moving.
I know. Just a sideline warning there, so. Did you give him 15 on that one?
13.
13 on the catch.
Mm-hmm. First down. They're a little slow to move. It doesn't help that Garfield is ready to go. Wright takes the ball, tosses it to the left, goes to Johnson. Johnson breaks through the scrum, still on his feet, still stampering, and he'll get in the end zone. A fantastic run of 30 yards out. As off he goes, and Johnson gets in. Big playability right there. Johnson 30 yards out for a touchdown.
So, I mean, it's safe to say best first quarter and best start of the year for Kenmore-Garfield.
That drive took just over 1:40 and went 60 yards for the TD. They'll look to set up here.
2-point conversion.
For the 2-point conversion. 6 minutes here in the first quarter still left. They're up 14-0. And Wright surveys the defense. Defense moving across, looking to pass right. Has the man there, but is not able to hold on. Pass intended for Hassan Humadid. Not able to hold on, though. His first target in today's game.
So it's 6:03 left in the first quarter. Our score, Kenmore-Garfield 14.
So Kenmore-Garfield, 2 possessions, 2 quick scores, doing the majority of the damage on the ground. Then you're right, is 2 for 3 for 18 yards through the air, just little screen passes basically. And on the ground, they've ran it for 66 yards already on 8 carries.
And learn what it means to be a Zip. Register now at uakron.edu/visit.
North Vikings going to look to answer here. It all starts with trying to get a return, which they haven't been able to do in their 2 possessions. Their 1 possession, first possession they fumble on the first play. Second possession, a 3 and out.
And number 8, Jonathan Taylor.
Jonathan Taylor back deep for the Vikings, but they haven't gotten the ball. They've been squib kicked so far.
Mara looking to kick it again. Certainly with the wet conditions, the squib kick.
And he is deep.
Even more effective, yeah. He's going to
He's
take
about 20 yards back.
15-yard run up. It doesn't go that far. It's going to be picked up and running the other way. And that was Stacy Anderson as he gets back up to the 46-yard line, and they'll take over for their third possession.
Yeah, excellent up-back return there. You don't have the blocking, but he saw a seam and got north-south and got about 10 yards on that return and fielded it cleanly to begin with. So best field position by far so far for the Vikings.
Well, a lot of that return team not necessarily expecting to get the ball kicked to them that often. But these ones have been short and bouncing off. It comes to you, you got to take off and go. So not able to do really anything last possession by the Vikings. So you're going to need a spark here. They're going to have 3 wide receivers at the bottom of your screen with Lamb and Stevens down there. Looking to hand the ball off, comes through and is met and loses 2 yards on the carry. Nowhere to go on the run.
Helton Curver, number 7.
Culver,
I'm sorry.
Culver, negative 2 yards on that one, so he'll start out 2nd and 12.
Yeah, just no chance for him, nowhere to go.
Kind of ducked through the pressure right at the handoff spot and then went into the gut of the Rams defensive line and was stopped there behind the line of scrimmage. King also at the bottom of your screen with Stevens. Really kind of aired it out there last possession. Johnson now being the shotgun. 2nd and long, looks right and is going to run but has nowhere to go and will be taken down for a sack in the backfield. Demeen Martin comes through.
Yeah, nice job.
And takes him down, and they'll lose another 4 on that run. And Johnson, many negative yards with the sack, but that one it didn't look like a broken play. It looked like he was just kind of a QB keeper. No, the Vikings far away with 4:32 here in the first quarter.
Yep, 3rd and 17 for the second consecutive possession.
Oh, jeez. Johnson, they're going to have motion coming to the bottom of your screen. He hands off to him. That's the fumble.
No, that's incomplete.
And he didn't catch it.
It's incomplete because they threw it forward. That's why they do. That's why they run that play that way. It works as a shuffle pass.
Gotcha.
Again, another rule you could easily change. Any pass that's thrown behind and caught behind the line of scrimmage, if it's not to the original line of scrimmage, even if it's forward, make it a live football. All these rules benefit the offense. That's basically a handoff, but if that happens, it goes as an incomplete pass.
Well, the result still means they're going to punt on 4th and long.
Does. 0 for 3 now for Johnson, and that one wasn't on him. He put it an inch pass right in the hands, and they couldn't hold on. But that's what happens when, the conditions are wet and you're struggling. Tyler Greer back to punt for the Vikings.
Greer had the fake, seemed like the fake punt. That one not there. Does get this kick away cleanly. Goes right through the hands.
And that was touched.
Saunders was touched. He picks it up at the 15, but doesn't hold on to it. It's still there. Whoop, whoop, whoop. 2 other people can't get it. They finally just jump on top of it to keep possession.
I love the second guy who overran it and put on the brakes, but it was about 3 yards. And it was like slow motion to get back to it.
Chris Beaker finally sees it and just falls on it, so the Rams keep possession, but on the miscue, they lose 15 yards on the kickoff return.
But they'll take it over the alternative, which could have let the Vikings back in this game. Somebody's making a call to the bullpen. Do you hear that?
Yeah, bring out the lefty. October baseball for only 2 teams left. None of them. None of the ones that we care about. And it looks like we're going to have a timeout for North here. And while they take a timeout, we'll take a timeout with you and be back when action returns right here on APS 15. Timeout's over. Joe and I eating some snacks while you were gone. Don't tell our moms we're spoiling our dinner. Looking to pass right? No, we're not. We're somebody's offsides or something.
Is it travel?
I don't know.
Move back, he said. Just move back. Encroachment.
Encroachment on the defense. How many penalties do you have that for?
They only have 2.
2 fivers?
Yeah, and then they had the
15-yard
participation, so they have 3. 3 apiece. 3 for 25 right now.
5, 5, and 5.
Oh. I mean, he was open. They faked, and I got faked out by the camera.
Yeah.
They faked. Oh, Peter did. They faked the screen that time, and nobody within 25 yards. He's like, I could have skipped, galloped, hopped into the end zone, but incomplete pass.
Incomplete. First target for Saunders coming out of the backfield.
As the Rams they continue to go left every play.
That's where the strength is.
Yeah.
Second down and 5.
They heard me.
They go right, and there's nowhere to go. Right goes down, and we'll lose about a yard on his carry.
Brought down by number 55, Trenton Ball. There's no way that's Trenton Ball's size. I can tell you that right now.
We think that's who it is.
Right loses 2 on the
Wouldn't it be?
run. No, don't even try.
Okay.
He who speculates is.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
there's a fumble.
They were going to hand the ball off, but it's a fumble play. He's just excited that he stopped for a big loss, but he did not gain possession. So they lose 5 on that. Number 44. 44.
4th down.
Yeah, 44.
Okay. Donovan Ware, is that?
No, he's
Yeah,
52.
Yeah. Well,
4th down, though, but nice job by
Good
number
job.
44 in the
44.
North defense.
Back deep, we have number
so 4th down, and it is more than. It looks like more than 15
Oh,
when
it
you
is.
look at it from here.
It's-
Maybe it is 15. But he's going to be punting from the edge of his end zone. Snap is caught, kick is away. It's high, but it's got a weird spin on it. It's going to hit and come back the other direction. He kicks it and picks it up off the jump, and he'll go out of bounds at about the 21-yard line.
Wow, great field position. Punt went
Caught it in stride.
hardly. Yeah, it was a good decision. And it worked.
So North will have it 1st and 10.
So we'll see if North can do with the short field here. They're inside the red zone, partner.
Hey, 2:10 here in the first quarter. So they've had 3 possessions. That's the first one they've gone the opposite direction. So now North will take over with Johnson looking to put some points on the board to match an efficient offensive set as he looks back at the sideline. I don't know what he's saying. I don't know what he's doing. He needed one more person out there.
I think you might be right.
Now they have a 3 wide receiver set. Johnson doesn't have much time. Snaps the ball. Looks left. Everyone's coming at him. He runs up into the pocket and will be taken down for a sack for a 2-yard loss. All that talking got him nowhere.
I don't know why you thought that funny, but it did.
Well, I understand. I mean, you obviously can't, if that's where the play is supposed to go and you don't have a guy there, but you call the play and you didn't even get the ball out of your hand. But at this level especially, when stuff like that goes wrong, now you're not concentrating on what you're supposed to be doing. It's almost like a complication sack because he's thinking about how many guys he's got and what's he supposed to do. He hikes the ball, everyone's running after him, and he's not going through the regular process to make the play. 2nd down and 12. Johnson has everyone set this time. Hallelujah to that.
That one never gets back to
But the ball doesn't get to him. He snaps it. Looked like it went off an ankle, and I'm not sure if the Rams picked it up or if he was able to get down
Johnson
beforehand.
gets on it, and he's taking a beating. He's okay, I think.
He loses 3 on that one, but that one never even got close to him.
Hit the pulling guard or somebody, yeah. So, yeah, the wet conditions, we've seen a lot of balls on the turf here so far.
Johnson comes to the sideline, and they're trying to get him back going again as he's had a frustrating 2 downs on this. 3rd down now and 15. Yeah, 16. I was going to say 16.
Yeah.
I don't have cool graphics at
The
home
Rams
like you guys can see on
the
our TV.
Rams are in about the negative
They're
negative
coming
20
after
mark.
him. Looks like a blitz coming
all
after
out.
Johnson here. on 3rd and long. Snap comes to him hard. Looks left, has time, throws
Nice
it.
ball.
It's going to be caught and breaks the tackle in for a touchdown. And just like that, a 26-yard strike. 26 yards, and it goes to Johnson. I'm sorry, Jonathan Taylor. Taylor.
8.
26-yard touchdown as he takes over. So right before the end of the first quarter with 18 seconds left, they get points on the board. Taylor, 26-yard catch.
Real good ball by Johnson on the soft post to Taylor. Hit him in stride. He had one-on-one coverage, and Taylor broke a tackle, and the rest is history as he gets himself a touchdown, gets North back in the game here.
North looking to set up now to kick an extra point. Thaw there looking to kick it through the uprights. Johnson, high snap, doesn't get it down all the way. Now he doesn't know what to do. He throws it up for a prayer, but no one's there to catch it. Incomplete. Very high snap and kind of past Johnson. As he catches it, tries to get it down, but knew that he didn't have enough time. Johnson's still on the field, but it'll make it 14-6 here with just 18 seconds left in the first quarter. Still slow to get up, and we'll take a break as we have an injury timeout here in APS 15. All right, back here at George Otten Stadium here in Ellet as the North Vikings are looking to kick off after they answered with a touchdown. Quarterback is still out and being reviewed on the sideline. Not able to catch another kickoff, and he'll take over at the 28, and that'll be about all he'll get. Even with a little push there, he might get up to the 32, and he does. So a short return, and again, trying to catch that football in these conditions on the special teams side is proving to be difficult.
Probably one more play here left in the first quarter, 7 seconds left, and they are attending to Jason Johnson on the sideline, and he is really slow moving and really muddy as well. as he's been on the ground, I mean, he's taken a ton of hits already.
Well, and even the last play, that ball is high and away, so he's tracking it with his eyes. He's not looking at where the pressure's coming. He gets it, tries to set the ball. He knows the kicker can't kick it, so then he kind of starts to get up, and then he got tackled from there.
Got hit as a
already
holder, yeah.
already low position.
Not in his quarterback position, but as a holder.
Yeah. First down and 10 from the 34-yard line. He'll take over and run right. Doesn't move, does another move, and he'll get about a yard. So the dancing, he gets him just a little bit.
Yeah, you saw his foot give out a little bit.
And that'll do it for us here in the first quarter. As they're not going to be able to run another play, and that'll do it for us as your score 14-6 here in the first quarter. As an interesting game going on with the elements today, cold and rainy here from George Otten Stadium. City Series football right here in APS 15, supported by Akron Public Schools Career Education Department, where adult vocational services have been providing career training to adult learners for over 55 years. Over 350,000 people have enrolled in the customized programs designed to meet the ever-changing needs of Akron area business, industry, and government. For more information, apscareers.com. Also, City Series football right here in APS 15, supported by Akron Public Schools, offering the International Baccalaureate program at Firestone High School. It's a rigorous 2-year program designed to meet the highest academic standards for any high school student in the world. Akron Public Schools at akronschools.com.
Nice.
So we'll switch which ways we're going on the field, but it's not going to change the wet conditions that are throughout. They'll take over as the Rams really a proficient 2 out of 3 on scoring drives here in the first quarter, looking to add to that now here in the second. Right in the backfield. Gets the ball off to the right, able to have a great handoff. Johnson running and steamrolling. He's got 10, and that's about where he'll end on his first run. 10-yard carry.
And he actually fumbled it backwards, so it's going to go no forward progress whatsoever. Keep going back. Give Johnson a 5 after he fumbled there at the end. And both teams having a lot of problems, Dave, hanging on to the football here. 3rd and 5. They give it to Johnson again, right side. He's got the first down and more.
He takes off.
Still on his feet.
And he'll go down at the 25-yard line. So a 35-yard run. And big plays is what he's had so far. He's got a 36 for a touchdown, and now he adds 35 in the middle of the field on just 4 carries.
76 on 5 carries.
Sorry, 5 carries.
You're all over it. In the 5th first down already for the Rams. North doesn't have any, but they do have a touchdown, so hey.
Right looking, pressure coming left side, runs, flushes out to the right, gets away from one tackler, misses a second, and is kind of on the sideline and taken down about the line of scrimmage.
Does it seem like nobody can go down over there on the far side of the field where all the action is going on?
Oh, we can't see what's going on over there. Who knows?
Give him no gain. How's that?
Second and 10 now. 10:44 here in the second. The crew for the Rams looking for the play. We're also looking, but we don't know what that signal means. Lines up. We have 4 wide. Right. Takes a snap, looks left, right in the slot. Gets him.
Good hit.
And is able to hold on. And he'll be just short of a first. No, they're going to give him the first down. So a 10-yard catch. And that went to
Keyshawn Jordan, number 11.
Number 11. He's moved the ball around pretty well.
Yeah.
As Jordan has his first catch, as well as Evans has one, and Martin. And then he's got targets to Muhammad Thaw and Saunders. So kind of spreading the offense around a little bit and having success. Sets up. Johnson next to him.
Timeout. No.
Bryce
I thought
Owens
it was no.
is a big left tackle helping him out.
Yep.
Helps him, give him some space, and runs with it. And he'll get 5 yards on the carry. Does right on the broken play.
Good open field tackle by number 11, DeAndre Stevens, as he saved what could have been a big gainer from right. Wright's 7th rush in the game. For 30 yards in that touchdown, that 2-yard touchdown that he had. Wright
looking to throw right side. He's got Saunders there again,
what
like
a
we
great
saw
throw.
before, and he's able to connect on that.
Nice little flag route by Saunders, and he had pressure. He just lofted it up over the defense and let Zaire Saunders run underneath it for the touchdown.
So with 8:53 here in the second quarter, they're able to get a 14-yard touchdown that goes to Saunders. This possession took about just over 3 minutes. They'll go for 2, looking to hand the ball off right side. And he's close and he gets in. Great blocking by his offensive line, gives him some time. And he keeps running, chucking down, and Keyshawn Jordan is able to get in. So the 2-point conversions continue as they continue to add on to it. 22-6 your score, just under 9 minutes left here in the first half. And we'll see if Johnson comes back out under center.
Yeah, that's the key here.
Looks to be moving better. Kind of stretched him out a little bit. Looked like it might have been a folding of the leg kind of, and not the injury up top that we thought it was. But he looked stiff all over when he first came to the sideline. Seems to be doing a lot better, though.
Anthony Wright, an efficient 3 for 5 for 29 yards and a touchdown. He's also ran it for 30 yards and a score. So nice ball control night so far for him, doing it a little bit with his legs as well as through the air.
Looking to kick this one away again. So they've had, the Vikings have had a fumble, 2 punts, and then out of nowhere a scoring drive where they got no first downs, but a big play to get into the end zone essentially.
Yeah. Special teams play as the defense stopped. The one time the defense stopped.
Is he going to be able to catch it? Let's see. Nope.
Nope, off the face mask.
Right off the face mask. I was going to bet you on it, but I kind of already knew what it was.
He really came up hard to try to get the good hop and did not get the good hop.
I know we're laughing here in the press box. We're just the easiest place to be tonight. It is not easy to catch that ball, how he's kicking it. It's got a weird spin.
And he's getting a
wet.
good hop.
Yeah. It looks difficult.
It's like if you're playing baseball and a guy hits a spinner off the end of the bat. I hated that. I just almost wanted to like smother it, like with putting out a fire. But what you want to do, especially as the up back, these guys don't get to return it much. They want to pick up the ball and run with it. Just that's not the night to do it today.
Johnson under center motion coming down. He pitches it to him and he goes backwards. There is no good play coming out of that one as they sniffed that one out before it almost happened as Chris Beaker came through the line and he got the handoff and then he got handed to Beaker essentially.
Helton Culver was like,
-5.
seriously? I mean, what am I going to do here? So no type of running game so far for the Vikings.
No.
And if you can't run the football and you're a struggling team, you have to make big plays to have any type of a chance. And because you just can't sustain any drives if you can't get any type of run game going.
They'll go 4 wide as Johnson's back there, and 2nd and long now. He'll look to pass. Looks right, looks left. Goes back to him and looking for some help, but not there. Felt he had some touch on his hand, but nothing there for him to help him on. That pass intended for Taylor.
And let me add to that point because people at home will be arguing with me because Mike Leach's Washington State teams have won 2 games this year with 0 rushing yards. But that team uses hyper efficiency in the short passing game, which technically works like a run game. We're talking about passes where there's a 70 to 80% completion rate. The flare throws, the short screens, using the tailback, high percentage throws. They still take their shots down the field, but that's how they use their run game. It's just like a change of pace, short passing game. Not
Johnson
working here.
Surveys it. 4 wide again, looking right, same play almost. This time he goes up top on the long route, but he underthrows him significantly, and that is going to be pass interference on the Rams. 2 flags down, looks to be going to Demean Martin.
And it was interference. The problem for the defenders, he didn't know how offline the pass was, and he committed the infraction.
Yeah, and I think some of it is Johnson threw it about 8 yards short too, so he had to come back and get it.
Injured player is Jonathan Taylor, as he's the one that got hung up there.
Yeah, and just kind of got spun around as he grabbed from behind and danced over.
With the penalty, that'll move the Vikings up to the 41-yard line.
1st and 10 now from the 46. High snap, hands the ball off, gets through the line, makes something, and he's going to get a yard, and that's going to be...
Still going forward.
And they give him a little more.
That's an impressive run.
Yeah, 5 yards as that goes to Lamb.
Give him the ball again, huh?
Well, and it's weird because even last week it seemed like plays like that were called dead so quickly, right at the line of scrimmage. That's as far as he's going. 2nd and 5 now. Midfield. Defense snaps. Nobody moves with the flag. And
nice play
Johnson
fake.
will run to the right for a first down. He puts his shoulder down.
Nice.
He's not afraid of some contact. He'll go out at the 45-yard line.
Good execution.
So a 10-yard gain for Johnson.
University of Akron, first down.
I think.
All right. Well, we'll go with it. Worst we can do is be wrong, and
that would never happen.
That happens a lot anyway, so it's not really changing our batting average.
So 2 impressive plays in a row.
First down and 10, now into Garfield Rams territory. Looks left. Pass complete, maybe? I think it was a forward pass. Not sure why we waited so long on the
blow
whistle.
the whistle, man, before somebody gets hit.
It's incomplete there. That one intended for Gear.
Yeah, that one just did not come out of Johnson's hands well at all. Kind of floated out there. And better it was incomplete because it would have been about a 5 or 6 yard loss anyhow.
Gear's first target today. First time he looked his direction. 6:06 left here in the first half. 22-6. Your score here from George Alton Stadium in Ellet. Dave Schick, Joe Pacansky here on APS 15.
You can see the moisture.
City Series, bottom barrel football. That's what we're essentially watching.
Yep, it's a battle to.
But as
battle
Joe,
for braggy rights.
As Joe and I have done many of these games, the 2 winless teams will probably give you the best game, or maybe second best game of the season. And this one's looking the same way. Johnson looks right, quick fire. And there's another flag for pass interference. Maybe he held him as he was trying to separate. But another pass interference call. Every time they're trying to move the ball.
It's going to be a defensive holding that time.
Yeah, so
as you called it, because it wasn't after the ball was in the air. The contact happens before the ball's in the air. That's the difference between the holding and the pass interference.
Yeah,
10 yards.
First down.
Yep, 10 yarder.
Result is
10 yards.
First down.
University of Akron, first down.
3 first downs down the drive, 2 by penalty and 1 by on the quarterback keeper.
Johnson, 3 up top, low snap into the wet grass, and he'll just lay down and take the sack on that one.
Yeah, messes up the timing of the play. Not much he could do. Kind of gets back. We got a scrum.
And I think he was a little upset because he was down, and all you got to do is give a touch. Staff out there, coaching staff looking to have calmer heads prevail. That's why I think the beef is with Johnson is that low snap. He basically just fell on it. You don't have to come in hard, just touch with the hands.
So you're saying the Viking guys protecting their players?
Yeah, I think Johnson was a little fired up that he got kind of squished so harshly when he didn't need to be. But I don't know if there's going to be an additional flag thrown. While they're deciding this one out, we'll take a break here on APS 15. All right, so holding call is all we had. Oh, here we go. So holding call on the offense, a personal foul on the defense. So,
okay.
First down, roughly? No, gain of 5.
So Kenmore-Garfield showing why they haven't been able to win ball games this year. They have a 16-point lead, and then they have had 3 penalties that have led to first downs on this drive alone.
Yeah, and these are in any high school sport after something like that. Next 2 or 3 plays here are very defining to swing the ball game either way, because once you lose that composure, it's hard to bring it back. So who can right the ship and get their mind on right and back to the football game on the field. They look to set up now. 1st and 5 from the 30-yard line. And now they go
They're going under center here,
Yeah. They line everybody up, and he looks to pass, but now he's just going to kind of run off the broken play.
He had a hole right away.
And if he didn't like getting fell on, I don't think he's going to like getting fell on by the big fella, Bryce Owens. He's a little thinner now because Owens fell on top of him.
He does get a yard, though.
So a gain of 1 on the that was a hard one to get, though.
I'm worried about him going under center because they haven't done it yet, too. It didn't look like he got the snap real clean.
Well, and at times, the pressure has been right where he's snapping the ball coming
right
at him.
up the middle.
So now you're trying to escape right away instead of surveying where you can get rid of the ball at least. And he'll go back under center again. 4th down and 2, and he's going to do the QB keeper. And a big push is going to give him 5 yards and a first down.
Okay.
So
first down.
4:10 here in the second quarter. So far, very composed, and the Vikings getting the first down after the outbreak. Johnson on the toss right side, has some guys in front of him, spins away and back into the arms of the Rams. Nowhere to go as Chris Beaker takes him down.
That was Helton Culver on the run. He gave him 4 yards.
Yeah.
All right. They're in business here.
.325 here in the second. Real odd to kind of bring this different formation with about 4 minutes left in the second quarter. Hard count, no movement. Again, they go with the toss. Right play, and Culver this time gets caught, and he'll lose 3 on that carry.
Number 58, Marshall Thomas. Nice job filling on that one. Bring up a big 3rd and 9 here for the Vikes inside 3 minutes in the second quarter. They trail 22-6. If they can find a way to score here, they stay in striking distance, if you will.
Tour the campus, meet current students, and learn what it means to be a Zip. Register now at uakron.edu/visit.
They're going to stay in that tight formation.
Looking to toss this one up, and that is a lot of miscommunication.
Yep.
The wide receiver is running one way, Taylor's going one way, and he's passing it another way.
Johnson threw the fade, and his receiver ran the seam route there. Incomplete.
Third target going to Johnson, only has 1 catch, and that's the big 26-yarder. And that one might have been good if they had just put the position to where the player is.
Yeah, the only completion in the game was for the touchdown. So he'll take it again if he can get another completion, another touchdown. I'll complete 2 out of 10 passes if they both go for scores.
It'd be like a Deshaun Watson play on Thursday night last week.
Yeah. They're going to go back to the shotgun here on 4th down.
And now he's got trips up top. Now you're screening. He'll fake that way, run right, but he slips and falls. And he'll lose a yard on that one on 4th down. They'll turn it over.
Conditions got him there.
They'll take over with 2:11 here in the second.
And all of their timeouts still, Dave. So we'll see if they go to air it out or stay on the ground where they've been quite successful in this first half.
Well, you got to run left.
Yeah, that's been the formula thus far.
Coaches on safe training practices and teach players about injury prevention.
What are we doing?
To learn more, visit Akron Children's.
False start, that one. That'll be on the big fella, Douglas Rush. No one needs to get fired because they saw that one.
No, that was on Garfield, or Kenmore-Garfield. False start. Is that what you said?
I did, yeah.
I can't hear over all of the. That one was almost picked.
Incomplete pass.
Paying the bills up here. I can't hear anything.
I'm not sure who that was really intended for.
I think it was intended for a linebacker from North. because he had to go through his arms.
It looked like 59. Maybe it's 58.
Well, of course we don't.
Well, I'm not exactly able to see that well.
It's because we're getting old.
That's
Second and 10.
not the reason. Muhammad.
That one, again, too tall.
What is that one for? I just found Muhammad.
That one was for Muhammad once again, trying to get him the ball. 13.
3 targets, 2 back-to-back.
Conditions are run the football, okay? That's what I'm saying.
Well, and you said you had all those timeouts. You've had 3 incompletes. 2 incompletes, I mean.
Big 3rd and 15 here for the
Jeez.
Vikings. Can they get their defense off the field?
Now they hand the ball off to this guy Saunders. He's going to get a first down off his first carry.
Oh, no, good open field tackle. I think he might be short.
And he's going to go for about 13 yards.
He's hurt.
And while we have the injury timeout, we'll take a timeout here on APS 15.
They're going for it.
So it is a Lamb that was injured, and he has helped off the field. We certainly wish him the best. They're going to go for it on 4th down. And he's going to be close. I think it's a good spot.
Ooh,
That
I think
looks
we
like a
might
good
get a
spot.
measurement.
There'll be no measurement.
I think he's short.
I think he's got it. They're going to line
That's
it
what
up.
Dave says. What do you
Line
say?
it up.
If you're going to look at it, you might as well measure it. Yeah, I win. I win.
It's a first down.
I'm going to say it's short. Let's bet $1.
Okay.
But you can't go off the sticks. They're not even stretched out. Oh, I can't wait to see. Who ran that? Lamont Evans.
Yeah. Sorry, I wasn't really paying attention.
Yeah, that's okay.
So it'll be Evans for 4 for the first down.
No, I think I put 3 down. So.
4.
Oh, get out of the way.
Look at that stick. It's not even going to pull.
That's a
It's a
horrible
first
spot.
down. No
That's a
doubter.
horrible- Why'd they measure that? You were right.
I'm 50 or 50, 100 feet away, and I could tell it was first down. First down.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm in the hole.
I'd like to see my dollar over here.
We'll go double or nothing.
Oh, okay. I'll take this candy bar from you. That's got a perceived value of $1.
Let's just bet for bragging rights anyway. It's better.
That's all I usually bet for anyway. Hands the ball off on the end around. And a big play, as it turns out to be, a 20-yard gain. No doubt on that one for the first down. Evans again, 20-yard carry on the end around.
Right.
And they get into Vikings territory. But now they're running out of
They
some
still got
time.
3 timeouts. Let's not have them use them, though. They don't need 'em.
1:14 here in
don't need
the
'em
first
yet.
half.
Just wait. Well, maybe.
I'm glad Peter brought 2 tapes because we might be here a while. And the Vikings not ready to get on the line of scrimmage yet as the Rams are ready to go. And they look to hand the ball off right
They're
side.
going right.
And
They just keep running away from us, Dave.
about 2 yards.
There's going to be a timeout.
And Johnson on the carry.
No timeout yet. All right.
There's the timeout signal. So while they take a timeout, we'll take a timeout here as well. Your score here with 40 seconds left in the second quarter, 22-6 right here on APS 15. 2. Second down and 8 here as the timeout goes, and this is the play they come up with on this little bubble screen. And it is complete, but only goes for 7 yards, and it stays in bounds. Unfortunately, Muhammad, finally, his 4th target is an actual catch. And we'll have another timeout. So we'll be back right after this here on APS 15. 3rd down and short here from Ellet as the Rams looking to get a scoring drive out of this possession here with just a little time left here in the first half. Right in the backfield with 3 wide receivers out. He goes 1 in motion. And it goes over his head. Back to the midfield, and now he surveys it. He's going to try and run back up the gut. And he's going to get some of the yards back, but he's going to lose 7. And that's not good.
Yeah, it could have been a disaster.
I wouldn't be taking a timeout after this one. I'll tell you that. That's going to half. They're going to line up 4th down.
Just go for the end zone.
Yeah, just go for the end zone, I guess. Right, moves him again in motion. This time he catches it, throws it up there. This is what the first play I think was going to be to Saunders, and they're not going to throw a flag on that one. That'll do it for us here for the half. 22-6 your score from George Otten Stadium as the Kenmore-Garfield Rams going into halftime leading this one over the North Vikings. We'll be back after halftime here with our second half of action here on APS 15. Welcome back to the second half here from George Otten Stadium. Dave Schick and Joe Pacansky. Joe has our first half stats as the Vikings are getting ready to kick off to the Rams.
178 total yards of offense for Kenmore-Garfield, only 23 for the Rams. As this kickup's going to sail out of bounds, which gives me more time to talk. Passing for Johnson for North, only 1 completion, but that went for a touchdown. They've also turned it over one time their first play from scrimmage. They were penalized 3 times for 25 yards. Kenmore-Garfield, their biggest detriment right now is they've been penalized 7 times for 60 yards. They've run it for 145 yards on the ground, with touchdowns coming from both Wright and Johnson, and passing Wright 3 for 8 for 31 yards and a touchdown. 22-6 your score as we get set to start the second half.
So the Rams take over with a lead on this one, looking to add to it. Hand the ball off left side, going to be hit at about a 5-yard gain is where they're going to end this play. On the run is going to be Saunders.
Yep.
His only 2nd carry.
Yep. You're right.
Yeah, you need to take. I need to take just enough stats to kind of sound smart. That's all. He did get kind of popped up top. So we're going to take a break on the injury timeout right here in APS 15. Player coming off the field under his own control. Certainly wish him the best. 2nd down and 5 as they'll have their first possession here in the second half. Right under center, hard count. No one moves like statues out there. Right hands the ball off left side, and we have a gain of 2 yards. Big tackle there by number 55, Trenton Ball.
Demir Kidd with his first carry for Kenmore-Garfield. I'm running out of room with my ball carriers.
21. Well, that's...
Yeah. Did you get it?
Yeah, well, because Saunders was out.
Right.
Hopefully he'll be back in. Right hands the ball kind of off to him. Kind of a little of a bit miscue on the handoff. Gain of 5, first down.
Yeah, 23.
That was Kidd again.
That's Stacy Anderson. The result is a first down.
Top of your screen, the big target you see running over there is Chris Beaker, 6'3". He's like bigger than the official over there.
Uh-huh.
Right. Hikes the ball, hands it off. He's going to come up the center, break the one-on-one tackle enough to get a yard on there, but penetration coming into the backfield is Kidd again. Gains 2, 2nd down and 8 at the midway part of the field. Why would you not run behind a guy that's like 6'8"? Owens, every play would be behind him. He takes up.
They got him. This is what you don't want to do. When you flinch offsides, you don't want to go like this.
You don't want to put your hands over your head?
I don't think they were going to call it.
Ah, they saw me. You're right. You're right. Good call.
It was me.
Yeah. I'm 72. 72. That's who it was.
I grabbed his jersey. Yep. No, you deny everything.
How long is this light bulb going to be here?
Just it's an
There's
experiment. We'll be here
on
Thursday.
My desk. Why is it there every week?
Oh,
incomplete.
He slipped out of the cut, looked like.
Yes. No, not Saunders. That was
Chris Beecher. The big target.
Yeah, I just mentioned him.
And they missed him.
You can miss him? When he comes in the room or when he leaves?
I don't know.
First target for Beecher. 3rd down and long. They're not coming out sharp here the second half. Really thought that's what we'd see. This pass almost intercepted
that was
twice. Almost intercepted twice. Mohammed now.
That could have been 6 the other way.
Yeah, another incomplete pass.
They need to fake that because they're jumping that screen
Yeah.
out. And just
Well, and
send
a
guy.
hard pump fake. He moves up a yard, and he's
Send the
got no
backside
problem.
tight end right up the field. 4th and 12.
They don't appear to be
Punting.
bringing the punt team out.
No. And why would they? They're not quite to midfield. It's game time. What are you punting for?
Guarantee they come out with a hard count.
It's like my son playing Madden. It's 4th and 18 from your own 20. Why would I punt?
Dad.
Oh, okay.
Analytics say that I got a 50-50 shot on this.
Yeah, either you make it or you don't.
Yeah.
No, he's not
They're
punting.
going right. Goes big time over the top. Has a man there. Him in the
Oh, what a throw.
sideline. And he'll catch it. So he goes down. It's going to be a gain of 26 yards.
4th and long? No problem.
Who'd it go to?
Lamont Evans, biggest pass play of the night.
Evans, 26 for him. 4th down and 3. We'll go for 26.
Sure.
That's where the opening is.
26-yard gain on the play. First down.
1st and 10 now from the 30-yard line. Approaching the red zone are the Rams. Looks left, big target. He sees him, but the target doesn't get his hands out, and he misses it.
Pass from right intended for number 7.
I don't think either one of these teams
Incomplete.
want their seasons to be over because all these incompletes are really making this game
It gives
go long.
you and I more time to sit next to one another.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. I don't feel appreciated right now, Joe.
I
We
can
get
tell you
to
what I feel.
Spend our time
Cold.
together. If you just open up a little more, Joe, we might be warmer together.
No, but you're
This one, no good on the snap, and it'll be a big drop. And they're going to lose 13 on this one.
Anthony Wright falls on the ball.
good sportsmanship by Brown there, helping up right.
And that one, again, kind of off to the side, not able to grab onto it.
And we have seen plenty of that today. Balls. There's only been one fumble lost, but how many times have we seen balls on the ground? 8 times? Is that too much? You think? I think it's about
How many
right.
times we punted the ball?
Not
Every
many.
time we kicked off. Pretty much all those times.
Yeah.
Every special teams play. Again, a little bit of a high snap there. Wright gets it, but he gets sacked again.
The North defense coming out.
He's down
strong.
at midfield. It is going to be 4th down and 30.
Yep. Now, you think they'll punt?
They didn't punt when they were on the other side, but a 26-yard play doesn't give you a first down either.
Correct. Correct, you are.
Oh, boy.
Okay. Double or nothing. They punting?
Nope.
Okay.
Maybe?
What do you say? I say punt. I'm saying they're punting.
Well, you know what a fumble. Today's special teams plays are brought to you by the fumble. Whoop! I'm saying he drops it.
Oh, okay. I'll say he doesn't. I say it's a good snap.
I'm not saying the kick. I'm saying the return.
Oh. Come on, I said.
Oh, boy,
darn.
he didn't catch that one either. He caught the other one, returns it at the 20-yard line. I should have kept it. I was correct.
That guy just just tripped over nothing.
I got to get my jersey dirty so it looked like I was out here the whole
I
time.
don't know. I don't know.
That's what. Well, Demean Martin's been out there, so maybe he just rolled. He wanted to roll.
Watch this, guys. I want to get on TV. Well, you did.
Oh my! So 7:02 here in the third quarter, and a very odd first series here, as they're not able to get anything going. They eat up a good 5 minutes of the clock, but have to punt this one away after 2 consecutive sacks, take away 20 yards. And then a 4th and 30 situation, they do punt it away, where in a 4th and 4 situation on your own side of the field, they did not. So Johnson under center, high snap again, hard to get it back down, but gives it to his running back, and he continues to give Good push as he gains 8 yards on the carry. Who is that, though?
Epps.
Epps. Is that his 3rd carry?
Second. He's a bull.
I don't think I marked down his first one, so I should.
5 yards on his first one, then 8 on that one.
See, I knew it was 5 yards. I just didn't mark it down.
Yeah, that's what, you don't have to.
Second
you do what you want.
Second place team here, giving you 3rd place effort.
I don't even know what that one means.
I don't know. Sounded sophisticated. Johnson under center, but still again had to go up and get it. Head snap back, no flag down. And he gets back to the line of scrimmage. So they're going to need 3rd and short situation. And again, the snap's coming real high. And it seemed like in that play, it seemed to affect Epps a little more because he's kind of take a delay for that ball to come down enough for Johnson to put it into the pocket.
And if you mess up the time, you go even a quarter second when guys aren't staying on blocks very long. The hole closes up. You go trips right side here.
See if they go through the big play or the little play. Here we go, looking left, throws it up. Big play, gets behind his defender, but he throws it short. And an interception is thrown and picked up at the 45-yard line. Johnson just 1 for 6, and now an interception gives the ball over to him.
Second turnover for the Vikings. Sekou Kamara getting the pick. That one really underthrown, and we'll see if Garfield can take advantage like they did when they forced the turnover at the beginning of the game.
Well, and it seemed like he, it seemed like he had, with more air underneath it, he got behind his defender, but a short pass is the exact opposite of what he was given. That snap again high, tips it to himself, gets his own rebound.
Face mask, man.
And it's going to be a sack, a loss of 8. So he's had 3 snaps that have been nowhere close to coming to his body.
That one he was fortunate to get his hands on and keep it from going about 20 yards behind him. And we know the conditions are bad, but really it's not even raining now. It's not wetter than usual.
But we didn't see the communication problems between the center and the quarterback the first half, though.
You're right. They didn't have bad snaps.
That one's a good one. Was a little wobbly, but hands it off to Sanders. Sanders trying to make something out of it. He'll gain a yard and goes out of bounds.
He's back in. They just keep running towards their own sideline. Come this way. Nope. So if all the action on the TV seems like it's going away from you,
well, they have a zoom.
Because it is. Well, that's true. Peter will make it look like it's right in your living room.
You can zoom in. We don't have zoomed. I mean,
zoomed in on you right now.
Leaning forward.
How's that?
That's not pretty.
No, it's 3rd and 17. I think they're going to run that little post corner route.
Little drag screen. I think drag screen.
Oh, how about reverse?
And around.
If he would have been able to get outside, we'd have been okay, but it wouldn't have mattered.
We got a flag now.
Again, Moses Epps.
Epps, I don't think it's going to get anything. I think it's a holding.
I think decline that, guys. That was good defense. Decline.
Hold.
And declined.
Okay.
So we don't have to put it on.
I didn't see him decline it.
I decided.
Okay.
No. Why would you repeat? No, they declined it.
I don't.
Decline.
I didn't see him give the decline.
Down.
Okay. Well. So Ebbs.
And nobody has a clue because, hey, refs, come on, get on board here, please.
Well, the head official did not give you the signal.
Right.
They declined it. He just gave the signal for the penalty.
It's really easy to do this.
Do they even know that it's 4th down?
Yeah, they're going for it.
It's 4th and 12 on your side of the field with 3:23.
Exactly the same position they were in before. They could punt it here too, but I think they're going for it.
I don't think so.
That's $1.
All right, here
I'm
we go.
even.
Throws it up for the big play. He has a man there, but he threw it out of bounds. No flags are down anywhere,
I don't
correct?
think he really looked for the
Correct.
ball.
Lamar Evans.
Evans, the intended target. And that'll be a turnover on downs. So great.
This is just an odd game, Dave. I knew it would be, but it's odd.
So you only took 2 minutes off the clock, and you turned it over on their side of the field.
And why you would go
on
for
the
it there, I don't
40-yard line.
I don't know.
You're on the 40-yard line. That's why.
Because they did it last time, it worked.
Well,
Well, North with
Sure.
good field position. Let's see if they can take advantage. I think they're saying that our defense can stop you because they have negative rushing yards on the night.
who's going to blink first on bad offense? Someone's got to play offense.
Well, I mean, they have one completion for a touchdown, and no rushing yards. So I think they're like, we'll just rely on our defense.
Oh,
There's another
Johnson.
completion.
Johnson, an 8-yard pitch and catch. He kind of sidearmed it almost.
Yeah, he slinged it.
Lamb on the catch, I think. No.
Nope, to Taylor, his target.
Only a second completion by Johnson. And that one, like I said, kind of changed the delivery of how it came out. Got it through the line.
It was a nice, short, safe throw, though. He got rid of it quick, didn't have a chance for the rush to consume him. And it keeps the clock a churning. Hello.
I got a doorbell and a ringer.
Call to the bullpen.
High snap. Dribbles it like a basketball, and he's sacked for a 6-yard loss.
Going the wrong way.
John Varney was the man. who
Yeah,
brought the
Varney.
quarterback down. For a loss, it's third down.
Update from home. Christmas movies are on. It feels like, uh-oh, Johnson out again. They're going to have to make a substitution. They're going to send in number 6, Marquise Graves, for him. I don't know if they're looking at the ear or the neck on Johnson, but he has taken a beating today, and he just keeps going back. Been really tough.
All right, new quarterback, Graves in. I don't know. What is he? Is he even listed as a
Yeah, he's a
quarterback?
sophomore.
Okay, sophomore quarterback.
Oh, he
boy.
fumbles before he throws.
Fumbles before he threw it.
Oh, pick it up. No, pick it up, dude. That's when you pick it up. Chris Beecher with the sack and fumble recovery.
The Rams, that's Chris Beecher.
And a fumble.
I know with these conditions, you want him to get the ball back, but that's a scoop and score, man. That one came out on the kind of tough to come in cold and throw it on 3rd and long as a quarterback. And it slips out. How many balls? Can somebody dry off these footballs? No, look at it. Just
The Rams take over on the 37-yard line.
And what affects, what we haven't talked about, but what can affect you more than?
Good protection.
Yeah.
Overthrew it, but good protection.
What can affect you more than the wet is also the mud too. And this field is showing some wear here. It means week 10. It's in good shape, but not so much where most of the action has been. In the middle, it's a lot of football games are played on this field, including one more we'll have in next week's championship game. I believe will be here.
It will be?
Yeah, I think the Zippers play midweek. Maction.
Oh.
Man, another big rush by North. They're just sending everybody. Anthony Wright with nowhere to go. The North defense has been up to the challenge here in the third quarter.
Yeah,
by far their best quarter.
Sacked by number 44.
But also, don't you feel that Kenmore-Garfield, again, as I've seen him so often do, gets away from running the football when actually they were having a little bit of success doing it.
Yeah. Well, and I don't understand why they stop run. Well, they haven't had Sanders for a good part.
Oh,
of
they
it,
get back to runs right there.
Saunders, the ball carrier.
but he's going to gain 8 on that one.
Yep. And that could be the last play of the fourth quarter unless they hurry to try to get one off here.
It's the third quarter.
Did I say first?
You said the fourth.
Well, that's wishful thinking. Sorry, Peter. You know what I'm trying to do.
Peter almost started.
That will
practice.
get us to the fourth quarter.
At the end of the third quarter, 22-6 your score. So
change.
no additional scoring here in the third quarter. It's been pretty lackluster football here in the third quarter. But City Series football right here on APS 15, supported by Akron Public Schools. Akron Schools students have opportunities in visual arts, including drawing, painting, ceramic, sculpture, photography, and computer design. Akron Public Schools at akronschools.com. Also, City Series football right here on APS 15, supported by the Career Education Department, where students have access to over 1,000 different apprenticeships and can earn national credentials in career education programs before they graduate from high school. For more information, apscareers.com. 1 quarter left here from George Alton Stadium, and the score has kind of been stagnant, as you heard us earlier. But certainly, Joe, will have our signature player of the game at the conclusion of today's ball game. Our signature player of the game brought to us by Flurry's Cafe, a nice little cafe located in Cuyahoga Falls that has signature pancakes. A warm pancake sounds delicious about right now. So you can go there Monday through Saturday, 7 to 3 o'clock at 2202 Front Street. Flurry's Cafe, the home of their signature pancakes and the home of signature players like those here on APS 15. So we switched quarters, but hopefully we switched some offense. 4th down and 7. And offsides by the defense, so they'll get a little closer. Not quite a first down, but
makes it much more manageable.
4th down.
Johnson's got his helmet back on for the Vikings, who haven't really
They just
been
jumped
out of it.
offside again. Oh, they didn't call it. Thank goodness.
I think they were looking for him to call. Now they don't know what to do.
That was our play.
That's all we had. Are we supposed to get him offsides? Now I got to run something?
Hey, I got a funny story on that one. That's incomplete. I mean, that's complete.
Complete for 8 yards, first down. Evans.
Funny story. We had a play called Rocket No Play where we try to draw them and we just call a timeout if not. We had a lineman on no play jump offsides or false start for us. That was a great hard count by me, obviously. If I get there's no play called and he still jumped offsides.
Yeah,
he was
again.
in big trouble for that one.
Pass is complete, but doesn't go anywhere. So Saunders gets no gain on that completion.
Brought down immediately by number 8 of the Vikings, Jonathan Taylor. Second down.
So if you had a light bulb here, what would be the reasoning of leaving it out and not putting it in any of the signs?
Maybe it's the extra one.
You know,
I don't know if I'm getting mine.
Why wouldn't you put it away? I'll put it up here.
No, put it back down there. Don't mess with karma.
Okay, put it back down here. Throws right side. That's a duck in the air.
They keep throwing. I don't
And
understand.
That pass intended for
No one knows. No one knows. Mohammed. So Mohammed, he's got 6 targets, and he's only had 1 that he caught. Now that one certainly wasn't catchable, and that's how most of his have been. He's had some tough ones.
Right now, 6 for 16 through the air. 3rd and 10 for the Rams.
Gives the toss, going to Sanders. I thought Sanders almost fumbled it, but he didn't.
Well, it's because
Gains
he was
3.
Bryce Owens almost took him down. He was pulling and he ran into Saunders.
3rd down and 7. 4th. One of those downs. 4th down.
They'll go left again. away from us. Stay away from you.
Oh, look at that rain just come across. Just like a mist. Like we're in a cloud. But you can't see it because it's dark. And the cloud is just cold and wet. When I put my daughter to bed, I was like,
Oh, boy.
Gotta-
Dead ball personal foul. Sorry.
gotta count some sheep. She's like, Dad, does anyone really count any sheep?
She's smart. She's like, Dad, seriously.
Why don't you count some sheep and go to bed?
No, that's my favorite time is once everyone's asleep. But bedtime I can't stand because my kids all think they need to stay up later.
Yeah.
And then they're.
Saunders right side. Oh, he's got some space.
Did
Is
you
he
see
in?
them?
He's in. 11-yard run
Yeah.
by Sanders.
Did you see the kick out block by Lamont Evans? I
Yeah.
mean, he took his guy legally 12 yards out of the play as the rain started to come down again. But great job by him. And they get Saunders in the end zone. North made him work for it.
28-6 your score with the touchdown for Saunders. They'll line up for the 2-point conversion. Looking to throw across the middle. And that is good as well for the 2-point conversion as it goes to Mohammed.
Hassan Muhammad. So the 2-point try is good. 10:23 left in the ball
So
game.
30-6 your score.
Rams 6 for the Vikings.
It's my kids, they never want to go to sleep. They want you to like lay with them until they fall asleep, which means that mom and dad usually fall asleep because like we're actually tired at bedtime. My wife is, she doesn't get out of bed. I told her, I was like, I'm not coming to get you because if I go to sleep, I'm not waking up to come wake you up.
Yeah.
Bring you to bed. So, like, but I lay with my kids for like 5 minutes. I'm like, guys, I'm done. Otherwise, I'm going to sleep. I get up and leave. I think that's laughing. It sounds like there's there's a tussle going on up there, or he's dying. Maybe a dying bird. Maybe a chicken wing stuck in.
I'm distracted.
esophagus. There's not really anything that exciting going on out there.
And now
That was like a driver. Catches it at the 33.
Oh,
What a How does that guy not get the ball 4 times?
put that on your highlight reel.
Wow, big stiff arm on the return and a big return for 25 yards as he takes that one and makes it look like everyone else is playing peewee football. It's DeAndre Stevens.
Not one, not two.
The first one was beautiful.
And then he kind of ran through another one after that.
That guy had a fullback.
And somewhere, Earl Campbell would be proud. And for our modern day folks, a Marshawn Lynch type run.
Dude, he's
Jerome Bettis.
6 foot 205 senior.
I just did 3 generations of running backs right there.
Thank you.
Earl Campbell, Jerome Bettis, Marshawn Lynch type of run. Boom.
Do any of the players know who those people are?
I hope they know 2 out of the 3.
I know Lynch.
How could they not know Lynch? He's playing this year. He's hurt now.
Because he's not really playing that
Beast
much.
mode.
He's not really playing that much.
Well, he's hurt because he runs like that.
Look at this, a great run. Seeing our own beast mode as he goes for 21 on the carry.
And like you said, give him the ball. And what did they do? They gave him the ball.
So a big return to 25.
And
now
I think he was saying, feed me.
21.
Biggest play of the night.
It's only what, their second? Is that their first down?
No, they actually have 6, but
they
they got
have
3 of them on penalties
Okay.
in one successive fashion in one drive.
There you go. He's back there again. That's movement on the offensive line. But we're not calling it. It looked like it. 5 yard. Johnson. 5 yards.
5 yards in a cloud of dust. No, it's 3 yards.
Johnson's back in. He's like a
He's just limping his way down to. I mean, he's just been battered and bruised, but he's like, nope. This is the last game of the year. What am I saving it for?
It kind of reminds me of like, and it's you know, like the Deadpool character. Like you can't get rid of him. He's ornery. Little cleaner, but that one didn't work for him though.
No. Little tidbit on Johnson. If I remember correctly, do you remember the one telecast that we had at Hoops last year? That he went bonkers from 3-point range. I think he went like 7 of 9 from 3-point range. He was our Flores Cafe player of the game, boy. If memory serves me right, which it doesn't always, but I don't have my notes here.
Did we play basketball?
Wow.
Yeah. That's how good my memory is.
Oh, you have good memory. You tell me about 4th grade CYO games.
Oh, you bet. There's just a large gap between then and like last week. Wow.
Trap play there.
Big trap play. Gain 5. Lost 5, gain 5. Lost 5, gain 5. On the run, is that 23?
Sure.
All right. Who's 23?
Stacey Anderson, the ball carrier.
Stacey Anderson.
There you go. See?
Good call.
I wish we had
Brings up 4th down.
5 yards.
I think they're going for it.
Why not? Give it to Stevens.
They're going tight.
See, I might line Stevens up like 20 yards behind him. Just so he
like
can
a locomotive.
They don't give it to him.
They never even looked for it. You got to give him a chance to at least get his head up.
Elite.
Johnson's pass.
Who is that for?
Jonathan Taylor.
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 So the
Never got off his route.
Rams will take over
And
on downs.
Kenmore-Garfield will take over with their worst field position of the night.
7:35 here in the 4th quarter. And they have a turnover on downs.
On a cold night. A cold press box.
Ooh, still on his feet. Man, he missed 2 good tackles. He's still on his feet. He's fiery, Saunders.
Yeah, he is.
He's in a gain 3.
Lamont Evans, the ball carrier.
3 yards for Saunders, and the clock continues. 7:10 in the 4th quarter. My feet are cold, and I want to go where it's warm.
I thought you were saying I want to go home. Wright stays in at quarterback.
Snap, handoff, breaks through, flag down for a hold. Back 10 yards.
How do you know it's a hold? Well, because we know.
Sean Jordan, the ball carrier.
We know.
Brought down by number 24, Moses Epps.
Could have been a face mask, but I think
We
it was
have a flag on the play.
You know what it is, bud.
I gotta get this. Get my phone away from this bad karma light.
Against the Rams.
We got to do this again tomorrow.
Second down.
Oh my! It'll be less funny tomorrow.
That's true.
Because Joe will be angry.
No, I'll just be hungry.
Oh, we should get a food sponsor that delivers food to us.
Or
it doesn't go anywhere.
Portable heater would be good tonight.
Evans goes 0 on his 3rd carry, and they're at the 5-yard line. You would not want to punt out of this area.
Well, considering they've only punted 1 time, just take the safety.
I just run. Just run it out.
Be like, we'll see if you can score.
Yeah. They do like that drop kick.
There was
the drop kick one.
There was no punt in the Sandlot.
They have a good opportunity here. The defensive line isn't even set. I should have hiked the ball then. Hand it off to him. He's going backwards. Ooh, that's close. I'm not sure where that ball is. He might be
about
on the
1 yard line.
Did he get out? He lost
Yeah,
4
he
yards.
got out.
That's trouble. Why are you not running up?
Now you got to think, are they going to take a safety? Who's calling timeout here?
I don't know if I call timeout.
Somebody did.
You're down too much. Okay, timeout North.
they're coming after this punt run. Okay, from the 1 yard line, what do you think they're going to do?
Well, we've had a lot of special teams trouble. I would send more people to try to block it because.
Oh, you think they're going to punt?
I think they're going to punt.
I
I think they're punting because you can't run it out from there.
You willing to bet these cashews?
Yes.
I would be too. Yeah, I would.
Yeah. But they did go for it on their own side, 4th and 6, and they got a first down. So
You know, really, what I would.
but they've gone too far back. I mean, it's 4th down and 20.
What I would probably do in this situation, honestly, I'd snap the ball and take a safety, and then bring it out 20 more yards and get the kick. What's 2 points at this point?
Yeah.
That's what I would probably do
With support from the University
if I was
of Akron, offering
Kenmore-Garfield.
Yeah, but
It's still a 3-score game.
To that same inkling, why not go for it
Then give him the ball
and give them the ball at the 1 yard line if you don't get it? Because what's 6 point? I mean, it's not changing the outcome of the game.
means to be a zip. Register now at uakron.edu.
That'd be a heck
Or they
of a
could
goal.
just snap it
Heck
over
of a
the
goal
head. How about
line
a fake?
stamp.
How about a fake here? And if you don't,
They're gonna hard count them.
if you don't get it, make sure you go down to the
I would
end zone.
definitely hard count. They're gonna kick it, and they did. It got off. Hits at the 22 and bounces out at the 27. So probably the best call. That's why we're not head coaches.
Okay.
Special teams has been trying at times.
Vikings will take over. First and 10.
Oh, it is chilly.
Speaking of rough,
5:25.
rough things to watch, have you checked out any of the Cavs so far?
Oh, they're terrible.
Why? Because they play El Matador defense?
The defense does not communicate. Offensively, they don't have any parts that fit
I
together.
have a question. They're terrible on defense, right?
Yeah.
So why is Jordan Clarkson playing 20 minutes a game? He should be playing like he plays 40 minutes. He might score 30 a night. I mean, he's scoring in high volume. But you only play him 20
that's
minutes
not
a
his
game.
game. That's not his game, though.
Scoring?
He's-
Yes.
Yeah, but to play 40 minutes
Why not?
because he does well against the second unit. He's not as
Why?
good.
He never started.
Oh boy, that one hopped to him. He picked it up.
It's a good negative 2-yard run, to be honest.
Yeah, to catch it on the run.
Eps.
Yeah, it's terrible. It's
They
terrible.
have no identity. Rodney Hood, no identity, nothing.
How did he go?
George Hill.
He scored
is-
19 points a game last year.
Yeah, not on this.
How did that happen?
Not on this team. George Hill is
Well-
there a more boring player to watch than him? I mean, on a good team, he's fine. He won't hurt you.
They had this bright star and all these pieces that were complementary pieces. Just like I feel like if you play with really good basketball players and you're not the best player, you kind of like a specialty guy. Like, all right, I'm going to rebound because I know that I'm not the best shooter. Well, that's what they did, and now everyone's like, well, I'm just a shooter.
Why are
I'm
they
just a
bad? Yeah.
rebounder. And they forget, like, when they were the best player at their college or they were the best player in high school, like, they had to do a little bit of everything. And that's what they have to go back to, but no
They're
one
bad
can do
because
that.
they're built around a player that's not there anymore. I mean,
Yeah.
That's why they're bad. And they're bad because they don't defend. And you have players like Smith and Corver that need to go. And not because they're bad players, but because they're specialists. And they don't need specialists. They
Yeah.
need young guys to get playing time.
Yeah.
Corver will get traded. He will be gone. He will go to a contender or some team.
He's going to get bought out. I don't think he's going to get traded.
Oh, he'll get traded. Some team will want him. It's not that much money, and he's on the right team. Heck, the team they played last night could use him. The Pistons, they could use an outside
use some
shooter,
shooters.
and they're not bad. Until
gotta
Blake
get
Griffin
custom-
gets hurt, I know.
It happens every season. Johnson's going to throw it up. He has a man there. Great defense.
It was.
Makes up the distance and makes it the incomplete. Third down.
You've said that a few times tonight. You could say that again.
It's just they get the ball in great position and we're still not close.
Yep.
I want to see Stevens get the ball 5 more times. Just like 2 more great stiff
That's
arms.
your vote.
Yeah. 2 more. Oh, yeah, put him in the passing game. Yeah. Drag play to Stevens.
Another bad snap.
He got hit hard again and again as they bounced it to him.
And he is not taking his center out for dinner after this one.
No. I'm not sure he's going to know where dinner is. Is it over here? Is it over there? Dang, guys. I mean, just get the ball near my number.
And I gotta pick a player of the game in this one, too. Wow, that is not easy tonight.
And don't go all like one defensive team player because that's copping out.
Well, I mean, Barney's the candidate right now in the defense because he's lived in the backfield. He's residing in their backfield. He's actually, I think he's bought land.
He's like invisible, and then when they hike it, he becomes apparent.
And it's hard to be invisible when you're 6'1", 220-pound senior.
Watch him blow through. Bam!
And there he goes again.
Johnson shorts this one. I think they trapped it. Oh, they are going to give him the interception. I thought he just kind of trapped it in the turf, but so they'll take over on an interception.
4th turnover. And
Tough.
Kenmore-Garfield going to get their first win of the year, partner.
Not a lack of effort. Uh-oh. Oh, I got the receiver out here. Let me go out and get him.
Why are they throwing?
Interception? Nope, an incomplete. I don't know why.
Well, partner, no real impressive numbers tonight, so I'm going to have to dig for my player of the game here.
All right, I'll go over our scoring drives. So looking back at our scoring drives with 8:38 in the first quarter, Johnson ran it in from 2 yards. Wright ran it in from 2 yards out and made it 8-0 with the 2-point conversion. Then again in the first quarter with 7:24, a 30-yard run by Johnson for a touchdown, making it 14-0. Then lastly, the 14-yard pass from Wright to Saunders with a 2-point conversion. That was at 8:52, made it to 22 points for the Rams in the first half, and then they were able to continue. It wasn't until 3:07 in the third quarter with the 11-yard touchdown run by Saunders to put them up where they are at 30 points. On the other end, just the one scoring drive that they were able to have, that was with 18 seconds left in the first quarter as Taylor was able to catch the pass from Johnson from 26 yards out for their only touchdown, and they were not able to convert on the 1-point conversion. That makes our scoring summary still 30-6 here with 2:15 left in this game. Drawing it out for dramatic reasons.
Well, you don't really have to draw it out because they've 3 incompletions. The clock refuses to run, and time has been frozen once again, like my feet. But in looking over the stats for the Rams, Anthony Wright, 7 for 20 now through the air. Did throw 2 touchdown passes, another one on the ground. Good ball game for him as he finishes out his high school career. A slew of runners. Their best receiver, Evans, 3 receptions for 44 yards.
And they're going to go for it on 4th down. And they're going to get a first down on 4th and 10. They went for it, going from their own 15.
And that was number 5 running it, Damian Martin. But my player of the game, and it's subtle, but he did his damage early. Only 5 carries in the ball game. Chael Johnson broke the biggest play of the night, the 2 biggest plays of the night for Kenmore-Garfield, a 30-yard run and a 35-yard run. He also had a touchdown. So junior Chael Johnson, your Fleury's Cafe player of the game tonight. That's all I got, bud.
Fleury's Cafe, signature pancakes for signature players. Their signature pancakes.
Ooh.
are delicious at 2202 Front Street in Cuyahoga Falls. They're open Monday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. All right, movement by the offensive line. I want to thank all of those that helped make this possible. For our producer, Ryan Rittenhouse, who's at home where it's warm. We appreciate you, buddy. Jim Morgan, our Jim Morgan, keeping all of our technical stuff moving. Peter George upstairs, probably still an ice cube. We're not sure. We'll have to check on him and chisel him out here shortly. Dave Schick and Joe Bukansky, thank you and good night, everybody. 122 left here. That's what I should be saying if they would just run the ball.
Just take a knee.
And we also have an unsportsmanlike penalty against the
This is what happens is because you continue to not run the clock is now you're getting unsportsmanlike conduct.
Well, yeah, because
you threw it 3 times last possession.
I'm not.
You went for it on fourth down. You went for it on fourth down when you're up.
They're going to chuck it again. No, they're going to run it this time.
Oh, boy. He's gone. Oh, my God. So he scores from 55 yards out.
Saunders. I'll give you an honorable mention, buddy.
You want to alter?
No.
Because now he's got an extra touchdown run.
Good for him. Great job.
We can run the clock now.
The Akron Public Schools would like to thank the University of Akron, University of Stark State.
You said it was the moon last week.
Nope, it was it was Wednesday.
Every week is cursed.
'Tis the season.
Well, I actually saw.
Well, let's preview
fourth down and 10. You just punted away. You're up 3 scores.
Hey, we just had a team down the road scored 100 points in a game. So obviously the coaches are playing video games now too. So
we still have a player down. Oh, we still have an injury timeout, so we'll take a timeout here as well, here on APS 15. Extra point try here, going to the corner of the end zone. Incomplete. 36-6 your score. We still have 58 seconds left, guys. I don't have anything to say.
Well, we can run the clock now, finally. 56 seconds.
I don't mind them just if they would just continue to run the ball. I mean, the play that Sanders scored on was just a great play. But it's the 3 incompletes and going for it on fourth down that what are we doing? We're not winning. We're going to win. So why do we have to go for it on fourth down with minute 30?
That's a question that you'll have to
pose
for another day. Let's preview tomorrow's telecast, huh? Or next telecast, I should say.
Yes. That's just sorry, my head wasn't going.
It's only a battle for the City Series championship between.
It's a battle for playoff positioning
and lots of things. Yes, between the East Dragons, the favorite, and the Buchtel Griffins. Going to be a home dog tomorrow, and you know that they will be ready to go.
I think they're going to get it handed to them. East is very good. They're very fast.
They are, and we'll see physically if Buchtel is usually able to stand up. And Buchtel has played their traditional tough non-conference schedule, so we'll see if that gets them ready for this big Week 10 showdown.
I think what could happen is, and when they dropped on the kickoff here, and finally taken down at the 41-yard line. I think that Buchtel will try to get East off their game by getting in their head. I think that's what at times Buchtel does very well, is getting in other teams' heads and making them make mistakes. And I could see them doing that.
And playing at home. Playing at home tomorrow. We'll see how that works for them. That'll do it here.
All right. Well, we already thanked everybody, so good night. That'll be our final score, 36-6 here from George Otten Stadium here in Ellet. The Kenmore-Garfield Rams take care of business, and they get the first and possibly only win of the season here against the North Vikings. We want to thank all those that make it possible. Peter George, Ryan Rittenhouse, our producer, Joe Bukansky, Dave Schick, thank you for watching. Take care. We'll see you next time. Bye.